Okay. Thank you for your patience, everyone. So just a very quick mic test. Mispa, you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay. Shall we just get into it today? I wanted to give everyone an experience of longer meditation. Um, for those of you who have been following us, I think you are going to slip in a little easier. Those of you who are new for the first time today, well, you're going to be jumping into the deep end because we've been kind of building up every session on meditation. And so I'm not going to cover some old material too much today. And the way we're going to structure it, we are going to explore meditation. I'm going to take you into a contemplation experience where we're going to contemplate over our movement as we meditate, as we go along the journey. It's just not going to be me sharing words and you following those words with your mind. But you will follow those words, but also you'll be contemplating. And the reason contemplation is so important in these exercises is because it gives a sense of realization as opposed to just some kind of mindless following. You don't want to be a mindless follower, right? You want to know what you're doing, or you want to realize the space that you're in. So does that make sense? Yeah. So there are times when I will pause. It will be a longer pause. And let's see where this goes. Okay, let's see where this goes. So as I'm going to use the metaphors, as I said, I'm going to give you space. I'll make some statements and give you space to contemplate. Okay, and let's see where this goes, guys. So one more thing, I'm going to relax. I'm just going to suggest this, please, as this movement goes, please, I notice there are a few people kind of like this, all right? I would prefer your spine to be relatively neutral and your hands to be relaxed without your head being propped with your hand or with any other kind of structure. So as I begin my journey of meditation, as I begin my journey to understand myself more deeply, more clearly, I open up to the metaphor of the sky. And that is to say that I was born as a sky. The sky is open. It is vast. It is clean and clear. It is pure, and by that I mean it's uncontaminated. There is no conditioning. It's free. It's a clear sky. That's who I am. The sky is a metaphor for consciousness, awareness. This is who I am. Pure consciousness, pure awareness. unadulterated, free. I am in a space of total awareness, which means total knowing. But I don't know of anything because I am totally free. There are no objects in my field of knowing. I, the sky, perceive, but there are no objects that I am perceiving. That's how I am born, free, open, geared to explore life. My nature is one of aliveness, curiosity. Yet, within that, there is a subtlety of deep stillness, deep knowing, awareness. So as I take the human costume in the form of a child, again using our metaphor, I begin to perceive the world. I perceive, the sky begins to perceive. And initially, I have no experience. The brain is not fully developed. So I had a consciousness, I'm working through the body, working through a child's body, working through the brain. I have no concepts or ideas, no conditioning. I am free and I am perceiving. I perceive largely my environment, which is primarily the conditioning that I receive from my caregivers by and large. So I'm perceiving. This perception is more vibrational. And slowly, as perceiving starts becoming more normal and natural, perceiving starts taking on a physical structure. So the vibration now becomes thought, a vibration that I keep on experiencing becomes a thought. That thought is experienced by the body in the form of emotion. And when I keep on having a thought and emotion consistently, they start becoming a belief. For example, this is my mother, this is my father. I start creating beliefs about my environment. And so, using another metaphor, slowly clouds are being created in the sky. Clouds are representative of beliefs. The clouds are made of perceptions, thoughts, feelings, emotions. please note that these experiences happen in the sky. That means these experiences happen in consciousness, in my awareness. The sky is happening, the clouds are happening in the sky. Experience i.e. the clouds, my beliefs are happening within consciousness. Experience can only happen in the sky. It can only happen in consciousness. The clouds are made from the same material as the sky. They are made from consciousness. That means my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my experiences, which are creating the sky, they are experienced within consciousness, within the sky. They are known by consciousness, by the sky. They are made up of consciousness, of the same material as sky. The other analogy, which is often useful, so we've used the sky and the clouds. It's the same as the ocean and the waves. The waves are formed from the same material as the ocean. So slowly, the sky, within the sky, these clouds are forming, and so becomes the beginning of my identity, my conditioning, my religious, my cultural, my social conditioning. I was not born with any of them. They all happen within the framework of the sky. Doesn't take long before I lose my essential nature. Doesn't take long before my essential nature or the experience of my essential nature is lost. And my experience, my consciousness assumes the nature of the clouds. I become the clouds. I become the personality. I become the man, the Muslim, the Pakistani, Christian, filled with beliefs of rights and wrongs, and goods and bads and shoulds and should nots. And over the course of my life, these clouds become stronger. My identity deepens with each passing day and each passing experience. and my nature that was expansive, free, open, whole, is now confined to the identity of the clouds. And I lose connection with my original essence, my original knowing. So meditation is a journey home. It's a journey back to my nature. It's a journey back to my essence. It's a journey back to my source, and to realize that I am source. I am sky. I am not the conditioning that I've inherited. I'm not my story. The sky in its original state is pure awareness. And so to begin this journey, I step into awareness. How do I do that? I just become aware, not focused. The sky is not focused on a cloud. In the same way, I'm not focusing on any objects around me physically. No candles, lights, structures, objects. So I'm aware. As I step into an explore awareness, I start from my external awareness. I'm aware. I'm aware of the AC behind me, the lights, the screen, the people on the screen. I'm just aware. So it may help if you wish to open your eyes just to explore this. I open up to my inner awareness, not just my outer awareness. In fact, I take my attention to my inner awareness. And what is my inner awareness? My thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. So I don't go searching for them. I just open my awareness. And in this field of awareness, there may be thoughts, emotions, feelings, perceptions. Now we understand that my thoughts are not in a separate field to my emotions. They're not in a separate field to my perceptions or my sensations within the body. Even the body I am aware of, it's in my field of awareness. Nothing exists beyond awareness. It isn't that the field of awareness for my thoughts stops, and then a field of awareness for my feelings start. It is one seamless, expansive field. It is in this field that experience in a form of thoughts, emotions, feelings takes place. Now, this field of awareness we liken it to a vessel. I use the word vessel very loosely because the vessel contains. The vessel does not judge. Consciousness does not judge the sky. You were not born in judgment. When there is no judgment, there is stillness. There is freedom. There is openness. There is oneness. Unfortunately, this freedom, this openness and oneness has been contaminated by my conditioning. Lots of stories, lots of experiences, lots of noise. So how do we separate the two? How do we separate noise from my essential nature of pure knowing, of freedom? How do I take my awareness and realize who I am? So I'm aware, inwardly I'm aware. So, if I ask you, are you aware? So this is how we're going to start off this journey. So if I were to ask you, are you aware? Just like your mother when you were younger may have said, are you listening? And in that moment you would have become alert to listening. There would be no noise in that alertness. You would have been still in your listening. In the same way, I ask you, I share with you a prompt. Are you aware? Am I aware? And in that moment when I ask myself the question, am I aware? I become alert to being aware. I become alert that I am awareness, that I am aware. Even for a few moments before the conditioning and the movement of my thinking comes and interrupts that space. But for a few moments, when I was alert to being aware, I was free. There was space. There was a glimpse at the sky, which is who I am. There was a glimpse at my nature. How do we deepen? How do we deepen this experience of sky? Again, I invite you, are you aware? Become alert to being aware. So what is taking me out of this experience? What is taking me out of this experience? Let's pay attention. One of the things that takes me out of this experience is a habit of tuning out or zoning out. It's a habit I've had since I've been a child. I'm listening to someone, and I may zone out, I may tune out before I bring myself back in again. So I'm not going to be harsh on myself. I'm not going to say to myself that I'm not going to zone out. I'm going to be gentle with myself. So I'm going to become alert to zoning out. That means I'm just going to become alert and attentive of not slipping into that experience or that habit. Just become alert. Let's try that together. So, am I aware? Am I alert to being aware? The first question is, am I aware? Am I alert to being aware? And alert to zoning out? Just aware that I don't tune out. Just become alert. Attentive. In being attentive, I just make sure that my awareness is soft. It is not it's like holding the string of a kite very loosely. Keep your attention soft, not tight, not taut. Keep it soft. Okay. Alert to being aware. And I'm not slipping into this habit of zoning out. If I do, I just bring my attention back. The second aspect that pulls me away is the habitual act of thinking. This is habitual act of thinking. So what do I do here? If I look at my thoughts, if I observe my thoughts, I realize that a thought comes, it's like a surfboard. And as soon as I step onto that surfboard, I'm taken into an expansion of thoughts. So I've got to be alert to that surfboard coming and not stepping onto that surfboard. How do I do that? So I'm aware. I'm alert to being aware. I'm alert to being aware. I'm alert to zoning out. So I'm not zoning out, and I'm just alert to that surfboard. So thoughts may come, but I'm not gonna step on that surfboard. It will come and it will go, if at all. So now what's happening? My primary awareness is presencefulness, alert on being aware, presenceful. Absolutely presenceful, which is alert to being aware. Remember, soft awareness, soft awareness. Hold the string of your awareness loosely, don't hold it tightly. In the background, there may be thoughts, emotions, but they are not my primary awareness. My primary awareness is alert on being aware. And they are like a secondary, a background presence. That's become alert on being aware. Soft awareness, soft awareness. Don't make this taut. So let's try together, okay? 1 minute, minute and a half starts now. Alert to being aware. Alert. Alert to zoning out. Alert to the surfboard. In absolute attention. Allowing the mind to become still. Okay, very good. Try again, so just relax a little bit. So in that space of meditation, I'm not generating energy because I'm not thinking. Okay, just stretch your shoulders if they're getting a little tense. So in that space, I'm not generating energy. The mind is resting. Because the mind is resting, that energy that's consistently being utilized up by the clouds, by the constant work of perceiving and thinking, in meditation, the energy begins to gather, slowly gather, slowly gather. So often as you carry on with this practice, you'll begin to feel an aliveness. Why do I say aliveness? Because your original shining, the original nature will start becoming luminous, will start becoming vibrant, which is at the moment mixed with your conditioning, your noise. As we pay attention, it starts becoming vibrant and aware, alive, luminous. It's not about having these mystical experiences. That's not meditation. It's about gathering your energy. Why? Because the more energy you gather, the more you are able to look at your patterns without feeding your patterns. And by stop feeding them, the patterns begin to wane, they begin to wither. Thereby, slowly over a process of time, gathering energy, gathering energy, gathering energy to feel more alert and alive and luminous and free and energized. Let's try again. Let's build this experience. Now I'm going to take you into for 15 minutes after this, I'll take you into just a deeper commentary. So again, am I aware? Alert to being aware. Alert to zoning out. Alert to the surfboard. Alert to being aware. The mind is now resting. It's resting in my own beingness. Nesting in my own knowing. Resting in my essential nature. I am beyond labels. I am no one, no body, no thing, going nowhere. In no time, no space. I see. My essential nature without my eyes. I can see it, I can know it. feel a sense of ease. My essential nature, a lie, a light to myself, which means I'm fully aware, free of thought, imagination, any sensations. Emotions are the sky. They are secondary. Awareness. I'm alert to being aware. Energy. Aliveness. Energy vibrating within itself. Feels both soft. There's a strength in this softness. There may be thoughts in the background, but I'm not my thoughts. There may be sweeping feelings or emotions, but I'm not my feelings, not my stories, my sensation. I am the ocean, the sky. Unlimited, eternal. There is no distance. I don't have to travel to meet myself. I'm already there. I don't have to get close to myself because I was never far away. I'm abiding in my own knowing, my own being. This is my original face, free of all conditioning. Free of all structures of the mind. The more I step into this experience, the freer and more alive I feel. It enables me to respond to life from my own knowing, not from my story. See, I'm never free to truly be with anyone, to relate with anyone, because I'm never truly relating with them. I'm relating with them through the image I hold of them. That is not relating. That is connecting with someone through my memory, the cloud, my experience. But if I were to relate with someone from this space of knowing, bringing a freshness and aliveness, a memoryless meeting in the moment, so you're just beginning to see what's possible with meditation, just beginning. Please hold this space before the buts get in. But he is like this and she is like this. And hold your power before the doubting self comes waving at you on a surfboard. Alert to being aware. Alert to being aware. Alert to zoning out. Alert to the self. Aware of my essential nature. Of aliveness. Stillness. Unfragmented. Totally whole. free of any analysis, any judgments. This is a space of I am. My essential nature. Okay. So I wanted to share with you all a kind of a deeper experience of meditation. Normally we've done our 1 minute or 2 minutes simply because new people coming all the time. But today I wanted to stretch it a little bit. So my suggestion to those of you who are new to this, start off with that practice. Alert to being aware. Alert to zoning out, alert to the surfboard. Try it for a minute. Relax. Another minute. Relax another minute. Now, I was speaking to someone today and they were saying, you know, we call these HIT meditations. It's a name that we've made for a bit of fun. So these HIT, these 1 minute meditations, just to help capacity build. Here to help us capacity build. Because after a while, you won't need the structure of 1 minute. It's just there initially, just to help you. After a while, it becomes 2 minutes and 3 minutes. And I was speaking to someone today and they were saying, yeah, I've been doing my 1 minute meditations for the last month. And I was saying, you know, and it's not really helping me. And I was like, you know, it almost seems as you've done your meditation. And that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be these small exercises that help you explore your nature more and more. And you begin to take that experience with you more and more into the day. It's not that you just have done your meditation, because there's no such thing. It's like saying, okay, I'm the cloud and I'm going to get a glimpse of the sky and I'm going back and be the cloud again. And that's not where we're going. But initially, simply because of the habit of conditioning and noise, you are going to have somewhat of a practice for a short while. So I would suggest these, and I call these HIT meditations 7 minute, 1 minute meditations. 1 minute, have a break, 1 minute, have a break. Do it about 7, 8 times, 2, 3 times a day. After a while, you'll just, instead of that 1 minute, you may find that, you know, that 1 minute is too short and you carry on going and it becomes 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. And so now your capacity is building. And before you know it, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So you're no longer using that structure. And now it's becoming more natural, more easy, more flowing. Please do not think that you've had a bad argument with someone, you're having a bad day, so, okay, it's all really bad, let me go and do my meditation now. It's not going to happen. From a high energy space to bring yourself down, it's going to take a little bit of time. You just can't step into that space. It's not a damage limitation exercise. So we get into meditation, the more we do it, so we respond differently to life, so we don't get into such a frazzle. And of course, this is going to take awareness and attention. But don't deny yourself your own understanding and experience of your nature. We've explored this together because there's just no technique to this. There is no path to this. You don't need to practice mindfulness or practice this or have some exotic mind-based technique. It's very real. It's very alive. It's very accessible. This doesn't take years. I promise you, it does not take years. I've been on that path for years and years trying to understand this. It doesn't take years once you see it. So the video is recorded. We're going to have it on YouTube and also on Vimeo. I will put the link in the yeah, I'll put a link. Sorry, my mind's gone blank at the moment. If you want the direct link to Vimeo, it says vimeo.com/ and then my name, Tahir, Tahir, Khan, Khan. Okay, so you can access, it'll probably be up in half an hour or so. So I hope it was useful to you all. Next week, there will be no session. Eid holidays, nothing on Monday or Wednesday and thereafter. Let's see, I've been told the lockdown may continue. So I hope this has been useful to you. Okay, great. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Khuda Hafiz. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.